Hi there, it's Cheryl Pickens with Metro First Realty Unlimited and Expert Real Estate School. Today I want to educate you a little bit in the realm of fair housing. As a real estate agent, we have a huge responsibility to the public regarding how we treat them. And so fair housing involves a lot of things. And this is also important to you, maybe the buyers and the sellers out there who have heard some words going around that we don't say anymore, or that probably never were acceptable, but you know, they didn't get called out. So there's a list. It's called Fair Housing Advertising Words and Phrases List. Now we're going to go over a few of them. We're going to start with some that are unacceptable, and we're going to talk about what you can say, what I can say in replacing those unacceptable words. So if you've ever read descriptions of houses for sale or for rent, they might start by saying or having there somewhere safe neighborhood. You can't say that anymore because that insinuates something. People start conjuring up bad guys and robberies and felonies, and then it starts talking about the kind of, you know, in your mind, you start thinking about the people that are in that neighborhood. So our rule of thumb is to talk about the property, not the people that may or may not be interested in it, not the potential buyer or renter, okay? This goes for houses for sale as well as houses for rent. And this is the unacceptable list here. Empty nesters. You can't say that anymore because now we're talking about people with a particular familial status. Can't do that. Any kind of ethnic reference at all is unacceptable. Any type of nationality reference is unacceptable. Some of the ones that you might not even think about, newlyweds. Okay, you might think, oh, this would be a great house for newlyweds, but we're talking about the house, not the people who would like it. How about houses for rent? Quiet tenants only. Well, what exactly does that mean, right? So now you're putting in the characteristics of the humans who would live there. Only one child allowed. Oh my gosh, I'm an only child, but hey, I have 3. So we couldn't have lived anywhere that had only one child restriction. So that goes back to the protected class of familial status. You can't do that. Mature couple. So I think mature in that regard means age. Certainly mature could mean your behavior, but I think this is discriminating against younger people in favor of older people. Exclusive neighborhood. Okay, now we're talking, maybe we're referencing income, job status, something like that. You can't talk about the people that would be renters or buyers. All right, enough of that negativity. Let's talk about some positive words. We can say, especially if we're doing in rentals and we do property management as well, we can say credit check required, okay? You have to qualify to be able to buy this house or rent this house or apartment. You can say den, okay? I guess there's, you know, you can't say family room. What if you don't have a family? Okay, you can say den, you can say great room, okay, because it's big. May not be all that great, but it's referencing size of the property, okay? If you're managing property, or if you're a landlord and you've got some apartments or some houses, you can't say no drinking, no drugs. What? Now you can say no criminals. I mean, you know, if you have a criminal background, when I run the background check, that's something. Or if you are currently abusing drugs, we don't, you know, that's not the point. But you can't say, okay, you can, there's some things you can't say. Or you can say gated community, back to exclusive or whatever. Can't say exclusive, but you can say gated because there is a gate, okay? You can say master suite. There was a period of time where that was off the table. I still say primary suite, owner's suite, something like that. But master suite is on the acceptable list. You can say starter home, okay? That's more like the price range of the property, not necessarily first-time home buyer, okay? Maybe you've never bought a house in your whole life, but you've saved you've got a ton of money and you're going to go buy, a $500,000 house. That doesn't sound like a first-time home buyer, right? So you can't talk about the person that would be your client. If you're in a condo association, you can say condo board approval required. Okay, you can do that. You can talk about any of the amenities, right? Vaulted ceiling. You wouldn't say, living room's great for a tall person. You wouldn't say that. So keep in mind, as a real estate agent, we've got to, in our descriptions, not only in written form, but out of our mouths, we have to watch what we say so we are fairly describing the property and not the potential tenants or buyers. So that's just giving you something to think about. Fair housing is a big issue in America. We want to help individuals get into houses that they can afford. And this is just the beginning. And as realtors, it's part of our duty to the public and in our code of ethics to be fair in the way that we conduct our business. And so that's what I wanted to talk to you about today. Cheryl Pickens with Metro First Realty Unlimited. We get you moving.